Welcome to a new generation, new conversation, my stimulation. Come and hang with Dope Digest. Feed your cravings, fight your haters. Either way, we dropping content, and you know just where to find it. Hey! What is up, family and friends? It's your girl Tashina here from Dope Digest, and today I'm going to do a makeup tutorial for this glam look that I wore on my birthday. So I started this tutorial by filling in my eyebrows, and if you haven't seen my eyebrow tutorial, I will go ahead and check that video out now. Here I'm about to go ahead and use my Fenty Beauty 385 concealer to line my eyebrows and clean up any mistakes I may have made. And now I'm going to go in with my Clinique concealer that is so old, I really can't tell you what line it is, but it is in the color Deep if you come across it. And I'm going to line the top of my brows with this. All right, y'all, now I am going in with my eyeshadow here. I'm using my LA Colors palette in the Smokin' line, and this is a ruby purple pink color. This color is going to serve as my transition shade, so I am just going to sweep this along my eyelid and layer it until it gets a little deeper. And I did decide to bring this color up onto my brow bone instead of remaining only in the crease. Now I'm going in with the darkest shade of purple on this palette, and I'm going to go into the crease again and along the outer corners of my eyelid. All right, so for some strange reason, I decided to try and do a cut crease this time. So I went in with my concealer and I applied it to just my eyelid. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I do think I might have put too much product. I do have an eyeshadow primer, but it doesn't work as well as this concealer would have. So you live and you learn. Next time, I don't think I will put as much concealer on my eyelid. All right, so after applying the concealer, I did go in with my flat eyeshadow brush and I packed a lot of color onto the outer corners of my eyelid and into the crease. And again, I'm using the darkest shade of purple that I have in this palette. Here I'm going in with this pastel pink color from my LA Colors palette, and I'm actually going to put that under another color from my Maybelline Blush Nudes palette. And I did only apply this to the center of my eyelid, not either corner. I wish that this palette had names for the colors so that I could tell you guys, but it doesn't. So the next color I'm using on the inner corner of my eyelid is this off-white color here. I'm going to put that in the inner corner on my lid. At this point, I take my eyeshadow blending brush and the very first color that I used, and I apply more powder to my brow bone. Here I'm going in with my e.l.f. liquid liner, and I'm going to attempt at a wing line. So I'm not gonna lie, this wing liner didn't turn out that bad, y'all. If you liked it too, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. Okay, so now it's time for primer. And I'm using Maybelline's Master Prime Primer in the Blur+Smooth. Next up, I'm going to use my Fenty Beauty foundation in the color 385. Be sure to apply your foundation to your neck as well. Now I'm going in with my reliable L'Oreal two-step mascara. I went ahead and lined my bottom lash with a pencil while the primer dried. And now I'm going to go ahead and add the actual mascara to my lashes. I brought back out the Fenty Beauty Profilter Concealer in the shade 385, and I'm applying that under my eyes as a highlight. Although I started blending this concealer out with my finger, I went back with my concealer brush so that I could get really close to the line under my eyeliner and make sure all of that looked nice and clean. And then I went back with my brush to blend the concealer in. Now I'm adding some more concealer to the center of my forehead, along the bridge of my nose, and on my Cupid's bow, and I will blend that as well. To set the concealer, I use my Wet n Wild mattifying powder, and I just applied that to the areas where I put the concealer. To contour, I went back to my handy dandy matte contour palette. It's called All the Right Angles Contour Palette in the color Dark. And I applied the highlight shade on top of my cheekbones and the contour shade under my cheekbones, up my temples, and around my hairline. Now I'm going to apply my Clinique blush. This is in the color 14 called Heather Pop. And I'm just going to apply that to my cheekbones. So now it's time for bronzer, and I'm using Clinique's True Bronze in the color 3 Sunblushed. I applied the bronzer to the sections that I applied my concealer to earlier, and now I'm going in with my e.l.f. finishing spray. Here I'm lining my lips with the same pencil that I used on my eyebrows earlier. And this is a lip gloss that I got at a local beauty supply store. Sorry, it doesn't have a name, but it's kind of like a burgundy-ish tint to it. And here is the finished look. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you can join the family. Peace and love.